Hey folks, it's Logger John here, and it's Saturday, July the 11th. It's around 6 o'clock, and there's a funnel cloud warning or watch out. I just got home a few minutes ago. I can hear a little bit of thunder. Wind's picking up. The sky looks like crap right here. We're looking east right now. East and north is that way. So I have there's some thunder there. I have my eyes to the sky here. I'm going to zoom in here and see. Usually right on the edge. Sometimes you see them, funnel clouds. They can turn into a small tornado if they touch down. Hopefully not. I'm going to look off to the west here. Wind's really picking up now. I'm looking off to the west. Rain is coming. Probably shouldn't be out here. I don't want to get hit by lightning. Oh, okay guys, just thought I'd show you that. Tomorrow I'm going to make another longer video update on my renovations. I don't see any rotation anywhere in the clouds. I will update you if we get a tornado or if I see a funnel cloud. Okay guys. Hey folks, it's still Saturday, July the 11th. We didn't get any funnel clouds here that I saw. The storm has passed. It wasn't too bad a storm. Lots of rain though. We had some heavy rain. It rained last night. It rained this morning, which we need a good rain. It's been really dry here. So I just want to show you a couple things. As you can see off there to the east, that's where the storm is. You still hear a little bit of thunder. But if you look on the radar off to the west, I think there's some more coming. I just checked the radar online there, and there's another bunch of storms coming. But I'll show you these milkweed. Got a whole bunch of milkweed around the corner here, around this little place here. I don't like cutting them down. I like because the monarch butterfly really likes them. So any chance I get, I try to leave them. Anyways, there's some, I don't know if you can see it, I'm going to zoom in. There's some wild grapes growing here. There's one. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of out of focus. I'll zoom back a little bit. There's my dog doing some hunting. Okay, you can see right there. I'll zoom in again. There's some grapes. This whole bush here is loaded with them all through here. Hard to see. And if you go around here, you can look down in here. I don't know if you can see them. There's some raspberries. There's some wild raspberries all down in there. I'm going to try one. That's good. Growing up on the farm, we used to pick them on the farm. I remember my mom going out. We were cutting hay. She'd be out in the berry patch all around the hay fields, picking raspberries and blackberries. Used to make raspberry pie. But if you look in here, there's a lot more. I'm going to come around here. There's a nice ripe one right there. Oh yeah, that's good. Look at that. Not very big. You need quite a few to get them. You can see my grass. It's all burnt, but that rain should help. And the little trees here, the rain's helping. They're really dry. I've actually been watering these trees every other night. Try to help them here. The soil is so there's not much soil here. It's these are all spruce, and even though they like you know, spruce kind of likes crappy soil. I mean, they can grow where the soil is not too good. It's not good when it hasn't rained in a long time. So we're up on a hill here, and there's hardly any topsoil, but they're doing okay. I think watering them every night is helping, or not every night, every other night I've been watering them when it was dry. So I'll show you my watering system in a few minutes. Yeah, I got a mosquito bugging me around my head here. You can see all the milkweed in there, along here. And then if you come around here, you got these, oh, there's one right here, nettles, I think they call them. So if you rub on that right there, if you rub that on your body, it really burns. There's a better one. There's some more over here. They're like a nettle. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but yeah, people actually make tea out of those. I don't know if they use the leaves or the roots or what, but just don't rub on these guys. It just it feels terrible on the burning. So I had a guy today phone me, just a neighbor. He's wanting three full cord of wood. He wants, I can deliver it any time. So I was looking at my inventory here. I did have 3 spare cord. I actually have 4 spare cord left over from my other clients. So I told him I had 3 cord. I'm going to take him 2 full cord of hardwood here, and then at the end here there's a cord of elm and ash too. That'll be fine. So I'm going to try to bring a cord this week if I can. I can't believe people already want wood. It's only middle of July. And then the rest of this here, there's 3 cord there, a cord here, 3 more there, and then 3 in the back. It's all sold. Another guy I talked to today, he'll take his at the end of August. Seems early for firewood, but he just wants to get it and pay for it and stack it in his shed. And I told him it was wet today, but he doesn't even care if the wood's wet. He's just going to stack it in, and he said it'll dry in the shed. So I hate bringing wet wood to people, but... And that leaves me with another full cord here of elm and ash up on the hill here. So basically that's all I have left. And then there's a phase cord here. And here's my watering system for watering those trees. I just got one of these white tanks here, and it was full of water. It holds about 250 gallons if you fill it right up. It's down here now, so I've been using it on the trees. It's a little bit of labor. All I have is watering cans to do it. I just got to walk around here to the trees it takes, I usually use about 8 watering cans to do all those trees. I'm going to go back and look at the trees because I forgot to show you guys something, what I did. So back at the trees here, the little spruce trees, these are the guys I've been watering. I planted these about 2 or 3 years ago. Anyways, around the bottom, it's really hard to water these because first of all, you're on a bit of a slope. It's hard to see in the video. The slope's down there. So when you try to water something and then the ground's so dry, it just runs right off. So what I did was I dug a small trench around every tree. It was a bit of work, but it wasn't too bad. Dig around, it's hard to see. So when you water them, the water stays here in the trench and then it soaks in. Otherwise, like I said, it just runs off. It's a bit of work watering them. I didn't do it last year because we had lots of rain last year. I did it the year before when I planted them. It was a dry summer. Just until they at least get established. So I just wanted to show you that. I forgot to show you guys. So now I'm going to go over and look at what I did so far on the house renovation. So the last couple nights I've been coming home, getting home around noon from work because it was just too hot at work. I was coming home to work here on the renovations, but at least I was in the shade right here. So this is what I've did. I'm going to show you guys what I did here. So this is what I've did this week. Yesterday I finished up in the day before I worked. On Thursday I was home around noon. So I took all the rest of the old siding off. I don't know if you remember on my last video. If you look here, I had to use a pair of cutters, like a pair of tin snips, really good ones. I made a straight line all the way up there. It's 18 feet to the eaves. 18 feet exactly, almost. So made a line and then I cut that. It was a bit of a job. Nice straight line all the way up. Took all the old siding off up here. And then this is the old installation they had behind everything. So I cut that a nice straight line too, all the way up. And then I got rid of all the old insulation that was here. There was some up above the old porch. And I got rid of all that. And that was a dirty job. And it was so hot. It was like 35 Celsius here, 35 degrees here. Felt like 44 yesterday. But like I said, I was in the shade. I did this all with a ladder. So up and down a million times. So then yesterday I came home. I didn't get home till about 2. There was storms in the area. You could hear it thundering. We had a little bit of storms, but didn't come here. So I installed all this insulation pieces, styrofoam. It's an 1.5 inch thickness. The AP foil faced continuous insulation. It has all what you can use it for. So it's 4x8 sheets. It's 4x8 sheets here. So I used 9 sheets. So it worked out okay. You just use, so it's strapped too. That's what I forgot to mention. I finished the strapping. So I did have some strapping on here, but once I took the siding off, I put all new strapping. A piece here, strapping. So then you use these little aluminum nails with the plastic thing up your strapping to hold it on. The nails, they bend really easy because they're just aluminum, I guess. As soon as you hit a knot or something, they would bend, and then you couldn't get the suckers out, but it wasn't too bad. So that's what I did, and then I got some tuck tape. I think they call it tuck tape. I did that seam there last night before it got too dark. And then around this stupid thing here, this is where the hydro comes in. I taped around that just to keep any water. I planned on doing all the seams today, at least some of them, the lower ones, with the tuck tape and keep them. I didn't get around to that because it rained this morning. It rained last night and this morning and this afternoon, so that's what I've got done so far. And then there was a bit of a mess here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this because I couldn't even get I had to cut a big chunk out of here to get this. It was kind of a way they did it. I should have had them do it a little differently, but oh well, it is what it is. I think I'm just going to build like a really nice box here, maybe around this thing with aluminum, something anyway. So when I side it, I can just butt, because you can't get siding. You can't get your fingers. You can get a piece of siding to here, but then you got this. We'll see what I'm going to do. I'm not sure. And then if you see this lightning rod wire, you can't see it, but way up on the roof there's some lightning rods. So they ran this lightning rod cable, but for some reason you can see the hole in the siding there. They went through there and then they came out back down here with it. So I got that all out of there, and there's a lot of slack here. It's all in the bushes, and it goes into the ground, and hopefully it's attached to a rod in the ground, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. It's kind of ugly right now. There's enough slack, I think, to pull it up and maybe attach it to the wall. So some little brackets or something, or little things all the way down, make it look a little neater. Anyways, that's what I've been doing for my renovations. I guess the next step is to figure out what I'm going to build here. Like figure out the pitch of the roof I'm going to use. I'm going to match the house. I have to figure out what the house is, and then try to match it, and then it's going to be building time, I guess. So behind this wall there's a bunch of wires that I guess I showed you on my last video. I did mark them here, but they are covered with metal. But I'm going to maybe put some red tape here or something, that's just so I don't forget. I put arrows to know where the wires go, so I don't want to hit one of those. And of course this door frame has to be built out some, and then I got to pick up a corner. There's already a corner coming part way down. I'm gonna have to put a new one here down, but that's no big deal. So definitely looks better than it did a week ago, or even a few days ago. So I worked really hard in that hot weather. I worked to about 9:30 last night before the mosquitoes chased me away. I wanted to get it done before the rain came because I knew it was going to rain a lot. So I ran a new wire. It's just hanging there. It goes down here to the switch on the inside of the house. There's a double switch there. One's for the kitchen light, and then the new one will be for the porch light. So I just left enough cable there, and then it runs to the electrical box. So when I build something, there's going to be a light on the rafter here, hopefully, with a switch. The switch is already installed. I just don't have it. It's not hooked up inside the electrical box inside. But that's my plan. So yeah, it definitely looks a lot neater for sure. And we'll get the siding. Well, I'm not sure. I have to decide if I'm going to build something and then side around it, I guess. Well, you gotta pretty much have to. I can't really attach the building to the siding, so what I'll do is I'll build my building, and I can side. If I got the siding, I could side up to at least the top of the door, because the building's not going to affect that, right? And then I'll have to figure out where my one beam's going, and then my ridge pole beam and my other beam over there. I'll have to cut into the styrofoam, figure out where they're going. Oh, I guess that cow didn't like that idea. That calf, you can see the cow's way over there. Anyways, cut into the styrofoam, attach my beams to the thing, and then when it's time to side, I'll just have to run a J down the roof, like do my step flashing for the shingles. Maybe like this, and then J around that. And yeah, I really actually don't have to put siding up like inside the roof part, because eventually I'm going to do, when the roof is here, right here, like the ceiling, I'm going to put soffit or something inside. So anyways, thanks for we'll keep you updated on the renovations, and when we actually are going to build something, I'm hoping to have some video footage. I really didn't want to get into videotaping the last couple of days because it was so dirty, it was so hot, and like when I took the siding off and all the old styrofoam, it was just so dirty. There was so much flies and dirt. Of course, when I'm up on the ladder, there's all kinds of wasps and little bees and stuff up there, all inside the old siding and the styrofoam, and I got a couple stings. Not too bad. I had some spray with me, I was spraying them. I was standing on a ladder, fully extended 18 feet, and having bees buzzing around my head, so I had some spray in my tool belt. I kept spraying them, but they weren't too bad. But it was really, really dirty. Like the whole everything was just covered in dirt. I was like forever cleaning it up. All the flies and crap, it was just terrible. The old farmhouse, eh? They didn't really like me taking off the siding and the styrofoam. So I kept some of the siding that I could save, and the rest went to the dump. Okay guys, I'm just going to show you this woodshed. My woodshed is kind of getting full. It's kind of getting dark in here. It's about 8:30. It's hard to see. All the bicycles are in here. And I got some lumber here, and I got all this lumber. It's hard to see. I'm going to zoom back. This is most of the lumber I stored in the woodshed here. All the lumber is mostly for the porch that I'm going to build. There's one sheet of styrofoam left over. I'm going to take back, get my money back. I don't need it. But we got some 2x6s, some plywood, some 2x10s. I decided to go with the 6x6 post. I just got I got 3 for now. And they're actually pretty straight right now. So hopefully we're going to get building pretty soon. And then behind the table, you can't really see it, there's some deck boards I piled up. I'm going to redo that other deck. Anyways, it's a Sunday night. There's my dog. It's a lot nicer, brighter out here, you can see. So hopefully I can get my woodshed cleaned out pretty soon. We have a few storms in the area tonight. The sky looks kind of freaky in places. There was some thunder over there a little while ago. We had no rain here today. But that rain we had on Friday night and Saturday was really nice. It kind of greened up the lawn a little bit. Looks like we might get some rain. Look at these clouds here. It's actually starting to cool down though. It was really nice today.